is the closing of the event. So you're going to hear from Leanne, the president of Experior. But not only that, she's the woman that absolutely changed my life. I was going down a dark path in my life before Leanne. I call that BL, right before Leanne, and this is AL, life after Leanne. So without further ado, Leanne's got a message that she's going to share with you guys first.
All right, thank you. Wow, what an event. I did write notes, so you are going to see paper flopping around because I'm old school and like it that way. So I don't forget, I want to make sure we thank everyone who's made it happen. And I got to be quick, so I can't name everyone, and also I don't want to forget anyone. But it doesn't just include today and yesterday's event. It's all year in the years past, and every person at head office and every agent. Thank you. I want to squish a lot into a short period of time. Every time we get together, here or in person, I feel like I have to pick one thing I learned, one gold nugget, and elaborate for a minute. Well, today I thought I would give you as many gold nuggets as I can in this time. I was watching some mining videos, and it's not about one nugget. It is about as many as you can get coming together. And as a stepmom, I tried to pour or cram as many as I could into a short period of time when the kids were with us. So today I want you to pretend I am your stepmom, and hopefully you get something from my year of notes and learning of these gold nuggets that I found. So here we go. You can learn something from anyone and everyone. Be a good listener. You may never feel ready. Silence and hesitation are killers of success in all areas. Don't be a jerk, be a supportive wife. Lions, not sheep. Don't live in fear. Fear stops life. The last 2 years plus are an example of what fear can do. Don't aspire for wealth, aspire to make a difference. Stop caring what people think of you. If or when people criticize you, don't worry how they say it. Learn to use it to be a better you. When people compliment you, stay humble. It's not you, it's God they're complimenting. If you are going to whoops, where am I? If you are going to fail, fail big. Goals keep you focused. Doing a lot doesn't mean you're getting a lot done. Remember to keep your priorities straight. God, family, business. It doesn't mean there's no sacrifice. You don't need to be perfect. Just be or do the best that you can at all times. Don't protect your ego. What do you want to be known for? Faith doesn't make it easy, just possible. Success is different in all areas for all people. Don't judge in the areas you can help. Just help. In the areas you can't help them, accept their help. Stay humble. Do you have the guts to fail or succeed? If you have no commitment, then you will never start. Without consistency, you will never succeed. If something isn't working, be open to change it. Your past, good or bad, doesn't matter. You can't walk around with low self-esteem and lead confident leaders. Run your race. You have the potential. Nothing exists that is powerful enough to stop you unless you allow it. Let me read that again. You have the potential. Nothing exists that is powerful enough to stop you unless you allow it. I put let me read that again, but I already did. So now I get the pleasure to introduce the most incredible man on earth. This man, when someone says he can't, he says, "Oh, really?" And when someone corrects him, he listens and takes it and changes it if necessary. The leader of leaders, the man I admire most, Jamie Prickett.
Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you. Listen, what an event. And Leanne, love you, man. So, Dylan, if you want to share my screen for a second, I guess for the rest of the presentation, I got some slides that I want to share, but I know this to be true that everyone wants to strike gold, right? We all want to strike gold. You know, and what gold takes is mining and prospecting, digging through dirt and going through challenges. And I've had my share of challenges, and some of you know that from maybe you've been on the CEO Taps, hearing some of my stories that I share. But I really want to dive a little deeper today and share other people's stories in Experior. But before I do that, I just want to show you this leader here. What a stud, eh? I don't know why I skipped to the next one, but what a stud. Oh, skip to the next one. What a stud. No, see, I wasn't a stud until this woman came into my life. I hope it doesn't do that the whole presentation, because that'll be a bummer. Okay, good. It just stopped there. Okay. This is the woman that changed my life, but this is who she married. Who my wife, yeah, you remember that, right, Leanne? Who my wife married is not who Jamie Prickett is today. I've had to grow, I've had to change, I've had to get better every single day. But I want to ask you something. Could Experior be that gold mine that you've been searching for? Is it that gold mine that can change your life? Like it's changed so many of the lives of the people that you heard from over the last 2 days. But see, what if I gave you some of these what ifs, right? Because I think we all have this condescending or I'm not big with words, man. What word am I looking for? We have this way of turning what ifs into a negative, right? I'll give you an example. People start thinking, well, what if my client cancels their policy? Or what if my best recruit quits? Right? Newsflash, if they quit, they weren't your best recruit. Or what if I'm not good enough? Right? Can't you get better? What about this? What if it's too difficult? Well, anything worthwhile in life is going to be difficult, right? Maybe you say, what if someone talks bad about me? Right? You have to develop a thick skin sometimes to win and build a business. But see, what about asking yourself this? What if I became an executive director? What if I can achieve my goals? What if I put in the work necessary every single day, like so many of the people that you heard from over the last couple of days? What if I can change people's lives? What if with the stroke of a pen or the push of a button on a computer, you can actually change someone's life in this industry? Whether it be a recruit that you bring in to show them how to change their life from building a business with us, or whether it be a customer that you're putting in the proper solutions. And what if you can control your future? Well, here's the good news, ladies and gentlemen, you can control your future. You see, would you still view Experior as a gold mine if these were the what ifs? And I'm going to take you through a little bit of a history lesson on Experior. See, what if Experior only had 3 carrier contracts? You only had 3 companies that you could sell for. How about this? What if Experior was only licensed in one single province, the province of Ontario? What if Experior only had 1 6-figure ring earner, 1 in the whole company? See, what if you were not allowed to recruit agents from the largest agency in North America, which, by the way, tons have joined us from? What if you were not allowed to do that because of a lawsuit that took place? What if Experior had no back office? Okay, no scoreboard, no NBTs, no online commission reports, no electronic AOA, no transparency, no EFA, no CRM, no quoting tools, no training videos. What if that was the case? What if you had to wait? This is funny, man. Remember this? What if you had to wait for the mail to get your commission checks? See, what if you joined this company and these were the first 2 company-wide seminars? What if that was the case? Or what if this? What if the head office of Experior was on the 2nd floor of this exact flower shop that you're looking at? You actually had to walk through a flower shop to go to the 2nd floor, and it had 2 small rooms. What if that was the head office of Experior? Would you still see it as a gold mine? How about this? What if Leanne and I just gave up? See, this is the only negative post, if you ever search my Facebook post, that you'll ever find. And it says the following. On January 3rd, 2014, by the way, this was about 3 weeks before we launched Experior. Just took the worst low blow of my entire life in business. I thought 3 weeks ago was bad, but tonight took the cake. But I'm still smiling. I'm blessed to have a mighty, powerful God who can use all things for good and all things for good, and a super awesome, sexy, strong, bold, courageous woman of God, Leanne Bailey Prickett. This setback is nothing more than a setup for bigger and better things to come. The future is brighter than ever. Shh. Sometimes God will bring us the greatest blessings at the lowest moments in our lives. And some of the amazing people around me have proven this to be true. Hashtag too blessed to be stressed. Hashtag stronger than ever. And although I hashtag too blessed to be stressed and hashtag stronger than ever, I was at one of the weakest points in my entire business life when I shared this post. I didn't know if I had what it took to build a company. I didn't know if Leanne and I had the knowledge and the information necessary to build a company, but we took one day at a time and we kept failing forward one day at a time. But see, what if I told you that many of our leaders experienced all these things that I'm sharing with you? The 3 carriers licensed in 1 province, a flower shop for a head office, a big meeting was like 12 people showing up. What if I told you that some of the leaders you heard from today and yesterday had to go through some of those things, but they still believed that this was a gold mine. Despite all these distractions, despite all these obstacles, they still believe. See, despite the challenges we had to overcome, some people still found a way to win. And that's what I'm going to share with you now is some of those folks. But I'm going to give you some little bit of a taste of how I'm going to explain this. I'm going to start off with B. And B is where I'm going to share with you before Experior, what some of these legends in our business have done. And then I'm going to share with you the Experior gold mine that they found. That's the letter E. The next letter E is I'm going to share with you their early days, year one with Experior. And then I'm going to share with you the P, which is the past 12 months and what their businesses look like. And if you put that together, if you put those puzzle pieces together, you get a beep. Okay, that's what that spells. B-E-E-P, okay? Or pay for my en français. That's the only alphabets I know in a different language. And it's the sound right before, the beep is the sound right before what? Someone goes, I don't know, you're out of oxygen? No. The beep is the sound right before an explosion. My sound's working good?
Yes.
Yeah, baby. An explosion. But you got to go through this little beep. Okay, watch this. I know I'm cheesy, but bear with me. Daniel and Ashley Prete joined Experior in February 2016. Before Experior, Daniel had spent 8 years with his former company and made $18,000 his best year while there. Best year in this industry before Experior, made $18,000. But then he hit the Experior gold mine. Well, let me tell you about the Experior gold mine that he found. We had no EFAs, financial analysis tools. We had no NBTs, no scoreboard. We only had contracts with 4 carriers at the time. And we had a paper AOA. We had no electronic AOA. Everything was by paper, sent into head office, payment processed through head office manually. And guess what? In Daniel's first year, and actually this isn't technically his first year, it's the first year we could start tracking things because we didn't have a system to track it. So this is actually in 2017, a year after he joined. But he had 29 direct recruits and did 44 agency recruits in year one. Let's see how Daniel's been doing the last 12 months. 107 recruits in his organization, $938,903 in premium, and $3,569,376 of investments. That's Daniel's son now. But see, he went through this process that I'm calling beep. See, he went through this process before the explosion in his business. You see what I'm saying? How about this? How about this couple, Ryan and Corrine Toms, joined Experior in November 2019. 18 years they spent working at another financial services company and had nothing that they owned. They owned nothing. Well, guess what? They found the Experior gold mine, but after a year of joining, both of his uplines quit. Tried to take him with them. But guess what? His first year with the business, recruited 7 directs and 15 agency recruits. How's he doing the last 12 months? 32 recruits on his team, $362,793 in premium, and $25 million of investments Ryan and Corinne Tongs have produced in their business. How about this? Beep. Explosion in their business. How about this one? Andrea Rogers joins Experior in September 2018. Before Experior, she spent 16 years working with her former agency. It should say her, not his, sorry. Her former agency to own nothing. To own absolutely nothing. 16 years of her life working hard as a single mom, raising 3 children to own nothing. But then she found the Experior gold mine. And she was forced to pioneer the province of Quebec, which, by the way, is a brutal job. We had no one in Quebec, no one running anything in Quebec. She had to help pilot that whole project and help us get through so many of the hurdles. Here's her first year, 18 direct recruits, 106 in her hierarchy. How's the last 12 months look for Andrea? Keep in mind, she joined less than 4 years ago, last 12 months. 740 recruits in her organization, $2.4 million of premium, and $5.5 million of investments. I guess I don't have to make the sound right. I just feel like I can't hear the sound. Should I put it in my? Can I hear it if I put it in my?
That's why.
No, I can't. So I just got to pretend I can hear the sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trust.
How about this, guys? How about this? How about Baljeet and Pam Palmer joined Experior January 2018? Before Experior, he was a struggling marketing director with his former agency, not making hardly any money. And guess what? Joins the Experior gold mine. He sees the gold mine, and Experior was brand new to Alberta. We had to switch sponsoring companies, and our contracting was an absolute freaking nightmare. He lost people because of this. But guess what? He kept working. His first year, 27 direct recruits, 69 agency recruits. And oh, what happened now? 289 recruits in the last 12 months, 2.294 million in premium, and 28.3 million of investments. An explosion in his business. How about this couple, Francis and Diane Sinde? You heard from Francis yesterday. Joined Experior in April 2018. Before Experior, they were lied to and literally robbed of their former agency from the agency owner they were working with. Well, guess what? They joined the Experior gold mine and immediately lost a big part of their team because an insurance carrier that promised Experior they'd give us the contract pulled the plug 3 months later. We had applications sitting on the desk from agents for 3 months. They were stale dated, and they said, oh, just hold on. The contracts come, and the contracts come. And they canceled wouldn't give us the contract. By the way, that same company's now knocking on our door, wants to give us a contract. But my point is, guys, they lost a big part of their team. That was the gold mine. See, they had to go through that challenge. Yes, it's a gold mine, but they had these challenges. Guess what? First 12 months with Experior, they did 25 direct recruits and 62 in their agency. The past 12 months, they've done 99 recruits, $846,000 in premium, and $675,000 of investments. How about explosion in their business? How about this? Adiola Abiodun, who you just heard from, joined us in December 2018. Before Experior, spent 8 years at his former agency, made $200,000 in his peak year, did very well there. Joins Experior, the gold mine, and his first executive director quits on him shortly after joining. Shortly after he joins, he loses an executive director to a competitor. Well, guess what? Adiola crushed it. 51 direct recruits, 148 hierarchy recruits in his first year. But watch what's happening now. In the last 12 months, 422 recruits, $2.5 million in premium, and $2.9 million of investments, and about to crack over the $500,000 mark. How about this? Oh. How about this couple? Frank and Yolanda DeLeo joined Experior in February 2016. Before Experior, they spent 16 years at their former agency just to make $100,000 a year, little over $100,000 a year. Then they got the Experior gold mine. They saw the Experior gold mine. No EFA, no NBTs, no scoreboard. Contracts with only 4 carriers. Few months in, their biggest team quit Experior. Oh, and to boot, they got sued by their former company. How's that for an Experior gold mine? Well, let's see what they did their first 12 months. 12 direct recruits, 291 hierarchy recruits. And technically, that wasn't their first 12 months, much like Daniel, because we didn't even have a scoreboard then to track the numbers. But this is what they did their second year. How about this? Past 12 months, almost 1,400 recruits, almost $6.8 million of premium, and $26.7 million of investments in their organization. How about this couple, Darren and Stephanie Golka? You heard from Darren yesterday. Joined Experior in April 2018. Before Experior, they had success in the industry, but had 18 failed business ventures prior to that. 18 times a failure prior to achieving some success in this industry. Joins the Experior gold mine, and Experior, again, was new to Alberta, had contracting nightmares, but not only that, their former company attempted to block them from getting contracts with carriers that Experior had a relationship with because they deemed Darren and Stephanie as such a threat to their operation. And what a threat they were. In the early days, their first year in the business, they did 20 personal recruits and 425 hierarchy recruits. How about the last 12 months? 1,389 recruits in their organization, $6.8 million of premium, and $55.6 million of clients' money invested in the last 12 months. And the last example I'm going to share with you, Mauro and Mara Arturi joined Experior in February 2016. 19 years at his former agency to crack $100,000 a year in income. Joins the Experior gold mine. Again, no EFA, NBTs or scoreboard, contracts with only 4 carriers. We had a paper AOA, and he got sued by his former company. What a gold mine. In his early days, Morrow's organization did 14 direct recruits, 386 recruits in his hierarchy. Let's see what the last 12 months looks like. 1,612 recruits, over $8 million of premium, and $64 million of investments as a result of this guy not quitting and going through the Experior gold mine. See, we all want a gold mine. Are we willing to dig through it? Are we willing to continue to go through the dirt to get to the good? I'm going to share with you some stats about these individuals that we just went. See, these guys prospected their way to a gold mine. The gold mine was there. It just didn't look like all gold and shiny. It was all dirt and rubbish that they had to get through. But see, since Daniel joined Experior, as of today, he's recruited 78 people direct to him. As of today, Ryan has recruited 12 directs since he's joined the business. As of today, Andrea has recruited 62 directs since she started. Baljeet has recruited 85 directs to Experior since he started. Sindays have recruited 53 directs since they started. Golkas have recruited 79 directs since they've started. Adiola has recruited 150 directs since he started. Frank has recruited 74 directs since June 2017 when we could start tracking the numbers. And Morrow has recruited 29 directs since June of 2017 when we had the ability to track the numbers. Well, why this is so cool is because all of these individuals, all of these couples prospected their way to a gold mine. Incomes of 200, 200, 200, 250, 300, 400, 500, damn near 500, over almost 600. Guys, do you understand that this is what they put in? This was the prospecting and then the taprooting, working with their teams, working with their agents. But that's the work that they put in to achieve these results. In some of them 3 years, 2 years, some of them 4, 5, 6 years. See, there will always be challenges. But what about this, guys? What if Daniel quit? There'd be no Mila, there'd be no Lilac, there'd be no Centenato. What if Daniel quit? There'd be no Ian and Justine Barnett. There'd be no U.S. operation on Daniel's team that he's working with right now. What if Daniel quit? How many other people would have been robbed of dreams potentially because Daniel wasn't willing to go through the gold mine and dig through the gold mine? See, what if Ryan quit? There'd be no Terry Federchuk, who's having a dream business right now that he's built. There'd be no McGilvery's. There'd be no Derek Hashi. Guys, what if Ryan quit? See, it's not just Ryan and his family making a couple $100,000 a year. What about the people he's impacted? See, what if Baljeet had quit? Would Madhab Dalal's dream still be to make $70,000 a year one day in Canada? Would that still be his dream? Or would he be making $300,000 a year working at Walmart? I don't think so. See, what if Baljeet quit? Would Cijo Jose have a chance to change his life? Right? Would Romeo John have a chance? Would Prakash Bashar? Would all these folks have a chance to change their life? Aman Dhaliwal, Raju Brar, would these folks have a chance to change their life if Baljeet had? Hey, what if the Sindays had quit? What if the Sindays have quit? Would we still have an office in Hawaii? You know, what if the Sindays quit? Would Ray and Rose Campos be on their way to living a dream right now? Would their sister be making $100,000 a year somewhere right now if the Sindays decided to quit? Would Melvi Visto, a single mom who just bought her first home, working Experior part-time, making a six-figure income, would she have been able to buy that home if the Sindays had to quit? Hey, how about this? What if Madhab quit? What if Madhab gave up? Would he still be able to make the impact in Nepal that he's able to make right now? Wants to build a community home for elderly folks? Would Madhab still be able to have that kind of impact on people's lives and the people in his business that he's helped them change their life? Hey, well, what if the Golkas quit? Would Andrea Rogers still be able to buy a home in Jamaica and spend all the time that she wants to with her grandbabies? I don't know. Hey, would Bhupinder be able to recreate himself in this industry? I don't know. Would the Coopers be living life again, like feeling full? Would the Kevin and Pam Purnells be fired up about their lives and their business? What happens if the Golkas had to quit? Hey, what if Adiola had to quit? What if Adiola had to quit? Would you have all these people right now? Would Ayodeji Adeyemo and Larry and Narain and all these folks that are making six figures plus, would they have had a shot here in Canada to build something for themselves that they own if Adiola had to quit? Hey, what if Frank had to quit? Would there be an Adiola? Would there be a Tarek and Sophie Bakil changing their lives? Would Tyrone and Melissa Hines still be living in the hood, having to listen to gunshots at night? Would that have happened? I don't know. I'm just asking you. What if Frank had to quit? How many lives have been affected because Frank DeLeo exists and he was willing to go through the dirt in this gold mine? And last but not least, what if Morrow quit? Would there be a Frank DeLeo? Would there be an Adiola? Would there be a Mario Franchella who once lived on the streets, now at $200,000? Would there be a Daniel Prete who's also in his own right impacted many, many lives? See, what if Morrow quit? What if? But see, the good news, guys, is none of them quit. But they looked at the gold mine and recognized that it's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be a pretty bunch of gold. See, you have to go through it. You got to prospect through it. See, prospecting your way to a gold mine is what needs to take place. See, Experior is the gold mine, but you need to start prospecting. Many will quit too soon and not reach the gold. The gold is there for anyone willing to prospect for it. See, Napoleon Hill's book, there's a reference in the book where it's called 3 Feet from Gold and Think and Grow Rich. And a young man who was mining gold for months decided to quit. He sold all of his equipment to a man who sought counsel prior to continuing the dig. He quickly learned that the gold would be found just 3 feet from where the previous miner had stopped. See, never give up, guys. Many people decide to give up right before they get a chance to experience a breakthrough because it gets too hard. My message to you all is to keep going, no matter what obstacles you face. Most of the time, those last 3 feet before you reach that goal are the most difficult. But remember, you may be closer to your goals than you can see right now. See, what if everyone watching this made a decision today? What if we all recruited directs every single month? What would your life look like in 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now? I imagine you could have similar stories to many of the folks that you heard from over the last couple of days. See, what if you became who you were destined to be? What if? What if you looked in the mirror 12 months from now and you can say, I did it. I did it. What if? What if Experior became home to all the giants in this industry? What if? You know, what if every one of us made a decision right now that we're going to go change the world? What if? What if, guys? You can say, what if it doesn't work? What if I struggle? What if I don't make it? What if this? What if that? I want you to start thinking, what if I can do more with my life? What if I can change people's lives? What if there is a way that I can reach out and touch the hearts of other men and women and show them that there is a better way to do business? There is a way that you can build something that's real, that you can absolutely change the world by going out there and impacting people's lives. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say to you, thank you so much for taking the last 2 days to learn more about Experior, to learn more about the great leaders we have in this company. And I look forward to seeing you all in the new year. It's going to be absolute fire. These next few months are the strongest months in our business. Always going into the fall is some of the strongest months in our business. And I'm going to challenge you guys to go out there and prospect, and get through that gold mine so that you can get some of that gold. Okay? Thanks, everyone. God bless, and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye. Hey, if you like this video or any of the other videos that I have on my channel, stay tuned. We have so many more coming, but I want to make sure that you're in the know, that you know when they're coming. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the notification bell.